We are trying to call a Muhammadan. He's not answering. I'm calling him. He's not answering. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
You are a Muslim, my friend? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Are you a Muslim?
Yes, I'm
All right.
Muslim.
Would you like to say to us? Our topic today is Allah is God. What do you think?
Uh, yes, I believe he's God. I believe, of course.
Why he's God? Why? Why?
What do you, so can you elaborate on your question? What do you mean?
Well,
Why?
why you think he's God? Like, you know, if I say a person, anyone, he believe in God, he should know why he believe in him, right? So what made you believe that Allah is God?
I've been told that that he's God, and I've been told that Allah means God in Arabic. You can call him Allah, God. You can call him maybe, yeah.
No,
In Faris, you can call him
but I thought Allah is a name, is not a word mean God.
Allah's a name.
Yes.
I think, from my knowledge, I think it's, I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it means Al-Ilah, يعني Al-Ilah. So Allah, the God, يعني.
Well, my friend, Al-Ilah is different word. Al is a word mean, you know, like, you know, because now you are speaking Arabic and you are copying from the Aramaic people. Al in
No,
the
I
original
don't
in the
speak.
Aramaic.
I'm from Afghanistan. I don't, but I understand Arabic.
I'm not saying. I'm saying where the word is coming from. So the word itself is not an Arabic word. So Muslims do not know what Allah means. So when they say to you Al-Ilah, that is a false analogy. Why? Because if this is the case, then we should not call him Al-Ilah. You can call him, you know, you Muslim, when you say Shahada, you should say then there's no Allah but Allah.
No, I know that. I also think, to be honest, I also think that maybe this is from Aramaic or Hebrew, you know, before.
Yeah, okay.
Elohim.
But just to prove to you that this is not just a word, it is a name. It's just two words, Al and La. When you say Shahada, you don't say there's no God but God, right? You say there's no God but Allah, correct?
But you know, I don't have problem in. Yeah, I can call him Allah or I can call him God.
Okay, no problem. Let us say I
So
will
this
go
is
with
not
you.
big.
Okay, let us say it's not important, but for me, if you go in details, it's important. But let us go there. So how we know that this one you call him Allah is God?
Okay, so if it depends on the person, his intention. If he mean the creator, he can call him Allah or the creator.
Okay.
Depends on, because there is some people, they are very you know, they're ignorant. So their intention, their intention is God. So maybe he says, oh, creator.
So we can
but instead
say,
of
okay, so you are saying to me that when there's when we speak about the God, we speak about the creator directly, correct?
like I told you, you know, there are some people that are very more knowledgeable, like yourself. Maybe you know Arabic. So,
No, I'm asking you
some people, it's
because you mentioned to me the
intention.
creator. When you mentioned the creator, is that the only proof that Allah is God, that He is the creator?
Well, it depends. Like I said, if you ask someone, maybe you should ask the person, what do you mean? Do you mean the creator? In that case, to say, okay, fine, because you're ignorant. You
Okay,
mean
how
the
you know
creator?
that? How we know that Allah is the only creator?
I think so. We have logic. There can only be one creator, because if two creator, maybe, you know, there is order in the universe, and you know,
Yeah, like
I
you
think
cannot.
even Christians.
Yeah, like
I think even the
you cannot have
Christians.
two cook in one kitchen. I got you. But here you see in the
Yeah,
Quran,
exactly.
yeah, you cannot have two
Yeah,
cook in one kitchen. All right. So
yeah.
chapter 23, verse number 14, it says, Allah is the best of the creators. So Allah, He said, He is not the only cook. There's many cook in the kitchen, and you are the one who just said to me, we cannot say there's two creators, because this will be wrong, right? It's like having two cook in one kitchen, and you agree with me. So when Allah, He said He is not the only creator, is Allah telling the truth or He's lying?
No, of course he's telling the truth.
Okay, but
I
He
mean,
said,
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
By the way, you are very polite and you are welcome. You are a very nice person.
Oh, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
So it
I
says
just
here,
try to learn. Yeah.
yeah, no problem. So it says here, chapter 23, verse number 14. So pleased be Allah, the best of the creators.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you are the one who present to me that your God is the only creator. So how he is the only creator? And then we have
No.
Allah himself saying he is the best of the creators.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand your question now. So basically, what you're trying to say is, before when I tell you,
Hmm.
I mean, there can only be one creator. Not like Hindus, they believe in I don't know how many gods. I think there is only one creator. But I
Hmm.
think you're now referring to the Arabic word. I think here is where you have your question is, how can there be two Allah? Before when I told you about the creator.
Hmm.
That's why I don't have problem if you call the creator Allah, or if you in English you call him God.
Hmm.
Do you understand what I mean? Because
Yeah, but
I'm
this is
talking
not,
about the
my
creator.
friend, but this is not
Yeah,
the issue now, what we call him.
yeah.
But you see now
So the issue is the Quran.
Allah himself saying that he is the best of the
Yeah.
creators. If you are saying, I am the best one in Afghanistan, that's mean there's many Afghani, correct? But you are the best.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Now I
Okay.
got you.
So,
So you mean you're with me that there is only one, there can only be one creator?
yeah,
Yes,
but
or you maybe
but how
three?
now? But how the Quran saying this? He is the best of the creators.
Ah, okay. So you talking about the language now?
Well,
How can it?
how we learn about
Yeah,
Allah? By Allah, He spoke to supposedly in Arabic to us, and that is the Quran, right? So Allah, He
yeah, yeah.
says, "So blessed be Allah," which is very weird. Allah saying, "Blessed Allah." I mean, this is the most funny
But
thing.
do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?
No, I speak Urdu.
Aha, okay, okay. But he says also قل هو الله أحد. يعني he's one
Well, that's wrong
in
too,
Quran.
because Ahad does not mean one. Ahad is mean one of. Ahad. This is why we have say that the Ahad, Ahad,
But okay. So
اثنين,
question.
ثلاثة, الأربعة. So we
Yes,
have
yes.
days. So Ahad is one of them, and the Quran is full of the word Ahad. أحد من يعني أحد الأنبياء. So Ahad mean one of many. So when Allah he says قل هو الله أحد, either he meant
Yes.
Ahad, the one who is an idol in the Kaaba or around the Kaaba, or he meant that he is one of many. However, let us not to jump this one here. It says Allah is the best of the creators.
Yeah, okay, I got your question because okay, yeah, in context, yeah, and it can mean different things, but it can also mean one. But your question is why he say in Quran he's the best of the creator. يعني there is many creator because he says so. Is this your
Obviously,
question?
obviously. Otherwise, he is lying because
Yeah.
if I go now, okay, let me call my mother and I will tell her, Mom, I spoke to a person and he said to me, you are the most intelligent student I ever taught. And this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
you,
yeah,
suppose
yeah.
you are my teacher. But you never taught any student except me. So how I am the most smartest student if I'm the only student you have? So this is a lie. If he is the best of the creators, that means there's a creators. If there is no other creators and he is the best, that means Allah is making up a lie. You don't
No,
say,
I understand. No,
yeah,
I understand that. Yes,
okay.
okay.
So how
So
this?
is this okay? Okay. So what I believe it can also be, you know, this can be also open to interpretation. Some people,
Hmm, hmm,
when you read the Quran, maybe you understand it this way,
hmm,
but you have to be open. Even as a Christian, you have to be very open. Listen to what
hmm.
other people say. Also, maybe you can say, okay,
I'm
how do you
surprised to
understand?
you, my
Because
friend. I'm
yeah,
surprised. You are from Afghanistan and you are telling me to be open. In Afghanistan, if you say that, they open your head. What open?
yeah,
If
yeah, yeah, true,
if
true,
Allah,
true.
if Allah, Allah is saying, you give me any
Yeah.
interpretation you want. Who care? Creator is a creator. It's you who present the word to me when we
No,
call. Creator is the one
yeah,
who create life.
no,
Creator is the one who
yeah,
creates something out of nothing.
yes,
So when Allah he says he is the best of the creators, obviously either there is other creators
yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
he is the only creator. If he is the only
Okay,
creator, that's mean Allah is lying.
okay. Can I sometimes you can answer you can answer someone by
Hmm.
asking a question. Can I ask you something? This is will be your answer also. So I understood what you mean when you read Quran. when you read this ayah that you just read, you understand a certain way. But can you believe that when I read, I understand something else? Maybe I understand something, I understand it. It's open to interpretation. Yani, one person he believes like this, the other person
Like my friend, I'm not. You see,
grasp.
I am listening to
Yeah.
you. Give me the interpretation. Go ahead. I'm not saying to
Okay.
you,
So
I'm going to ask
of
you the
course, yeah.
question, and I will not allow you to give me the interpretation. No, I'm just asking
No,
how
no, no,
such a
no.
thing can happen.
Okay. So what I believe
Mm.
personally, what I believe when I read it, I think it means that he is in the context, of course, in this context,
Mm.
even when the context of Qul Huwallahu Ahad, I believe I'm very open person. I want to learn.
Okay.
So if you say that Ahad could mean that in context, I am open for that also. That's when you read Quran, you maybe understand it that way. But I read that Qul Huwallahu Ahad, say that he's one, yani he's one in essence.
Okay. Let me ask you. This is simple.
Yeah.
If we want to compare between apple, should I compare apple to a camel or apple to an apple?
You compare, depends. It
Why?
depends, but of course. Okay, so example, it depends on your on what you want to put forward. If you try to give me an example of
A
two
fair
different things, obviously.
a fair compare using the word best. When I say the best,
Yeah.
So
Yes. Yes.
if I'm talking about apples and I say this is the
Yeah.
best apple, obviously I'm comparing this apple to other apples, correct?
In this context, yeah. Yes.
Okay, but there's other context.
Yeah.
He said the creators. He decide what to compare to. He decide, Allah already decide what to compare to by using the word the
Yeah.
creators. So it's not up to me. It's not up to you. So when he say he is the best of the creators, so now we are focusing in those who they are the creators. So how Allah can be
Yeah.
the best of the creators if there's no other creators? Have you ever heard of a guy? His name is Baal.
Yes, of course. This is yes, I know Baal.
What is
There
Baal?
is
What is Baal?
Paimuna. Okay, so Baal,
Hmm.
it's a okay. So can I explain?
Sure.
Sometimes
Go
I
ahead. Go
need to
ahead.
take my. Okay,
Go
okay,
ahead. No
thank you.
problem.
So basically, it comes from very root. It's Baal is like a shaitan.
Hmm.
It's a demonic. It's called method. It's myth, and it's
Um,
demonology. It's a demonology. He
hmm.
looks like not ape. Sorry, what's this called? Like a sheep with two big horn.
Oh, okay.
Uh, he's often described like this, but the problem is with some portrayers, they use their imagination when they
Hmm.
draw.
Hmm.
So whenever they draw a ball, it's a demonic. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like a demonic,
So
from what I understand. But
this Baal
sorry, yeah,
Baal
yeah,
you
yeah.
said he looked like a goat. He have two horn.
Goat, yes, goat, not sheep. Sorry,
Okay, that's
goat.
good.
Yeah,
So now
yeah,
we have a goat. I'm going to draw that in the screen. I'm very good in
yes.
art. As you know, I don't know if you.
Okay.
I teach art as a part time. That's why I have no money because
Yes,
nobody attends my class. Hold on.
I have come
Here, this is
across
the
you.
goat. This is the goat. This is Baal.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'm
Yeah.
glad that you told me that Baal is a goat. Now, how in the
I mean,
word Allah he compared himself to a goat then? Because in the Quran, in chapter 37, verse number 126, Allah he compared himself to Baal.
yeah. Okay. So whenever I discuss this with my Christian friends and even atheists,
Hmm.
I'm from Sweden, my friend, and in
Hmm.
Sweden we have this most atheistic
I'm from
country in
Nicaragua.
the whole world.
Yeah, my
Oh,
friend,
mashallah, that's good.
focus with me. Focus with me.
So what? No, no, no.
So
I'm just telling you something here.
how Allah compare
Yeah.
himself? You said to me, I asked you who is Baal. You said he is a goat. He have two horn. Okay.
No, this is what I'm trying to answer. Okay, okay. You
Uh-huh.
finish and then I will answer.
Yeah. So how this goat is now in
Yeah.
a competition with Allah? Why Allah he say compare himself, crying how you
Mm.
worship the goat and you forsake Allah, the best of the creators. So Allah by saying this verse, which is in chapter 37, verse number 125, Allah he admitted that Baal is the goat is a creator, and
Okay.
Allah is a better goat. He is a creator, but he's a goat, but he's a better than, because you don't compare yourself to someone is not a. If you are not a goat, why you compare yourself to a goat?
But that would be like, okay, so okay. This is one interpretation. I understand you. But
Hmm.
this, I can then flip this question, same back to you as a Christian.
Flip it.
I
Why?
could then say,
How is
okay,
that?
okay. So I could ask you the exact same question. I could say,
Ask me.
listen, in Christianity,
Hmm.
when Jesus said, don't believe in other gods, worship only God, Father. Whenever he talks about other gods and then he compares to Father,
Hmm.
does he now mean even the Satan? He said that Satan is God of this world, and Father is God in the hereafter. Satan is even worse, lower in rank than this God. But so there are different. There is Baal, there is Paimona. There are there is other. There are a few others, but I forgot. So is he now comparing himself with the Satan?
No, because simply when Jesus he says that all lies come from Satan, and when he say he is the God of this world, which mean there's many people worship him and many people follow him in this earth, but people who belong to the true God, they will be in his heaven. That's why you keep saying to me, you said to me many times, he said, my father, my father, my father. So when Jesus says my father, he says he is a son, and he says that the father is the one who should worship, and his son who he sent to you. So the Father, he glorified the Son he glorified the Father, and the Son came to save the earth from the God you are worshiping. Now listen, my friend. Listen, I'm asking you now, how in the world I am God, and then I go down? You see, he can say, how you worship Baal? Baal is a fake God. That will make sense. But he did not say that.
No, but the problem is, okay.
He did not say that. He confirmed that Baal is God. How he confirmed it? He says he is. Baal is a creator. Allah is a creator, but Allah is the best of the creators. So Baal is not equal to Allah.
Okay, but he said, okay, finished? Okay, so he says in the Bible also that that Satan is God of this world and Father is God in the hereafter. Now, this is also a comparison. Is he Satan?
No, you see,
I shouldn't even say this, but
when we say God, I'm saying to you now, I'm saying Allah is your God, right?
Okay.
Yeah. But I agree he is my God. So using the word God does not mean I agree with it, unless I mean that he is my God. Here,
but do you agree that intention is very important? Do you agree with this?
Yeah, exactly. So Allah here, the intention of Allah is to compare himself to other creators.
No, my intention.
I was referring. Who cares for yours now? We're talking about the Quran. Allah he is the one who's talking. So the only one he can tell us what he meant is his words. His word is so clear. Are you going to seek and pray to Baal and forsake the best of the creators?
But before also you said something which is a little bit interesting. You said that he glorified Father and the Father glorified Son and the whole concept. Okay, so obviously I know that you're not Catholic by that when you say this, and you're not.
How is that? How you know that I'm not Catholic by saying that? This is a verse from the Bible, my friend. Catholic believe in it too.
Oh yeah, I understand that. But
okay, listen, focus me. Don't go on something you do not know. Don't talk about things you don't know.
No, just when you told me this,
when I say you're trying to change the topic. Creators. Okay, let us make it simple. Do you believe there's a creators or one creator?
No, just one. Okay. I believe only one. But then you can call him God. You can call him God. I have no problem. Or you can even call him just.
Okay, my friend, I got the answer. But so how Allah he says the creators if there's only one?
Because just like you said before, I don't know if you heard yourself, maybe you can, you heard yourself just, I think it was 3 minutes ago, you said that, look, because there were people worshipping this, Satan, and there were people worshipping God, so Jesus said this. Exactly.
No, but here he's saying creators. He's not saying gods. He's saying creators. There's many gods. There's Hindus, they have 35 million gods. But this is not the topic. The topic is the creators. If there's no other creators, and then I say to you, you worship the creators, and I am the best of the creators. He is not saying I am the only creator. He says I am the best of the creators. By saying that, he admit that there's other creators. Because if he is the only creator, there's no other best.
Okay, so I can fully, I can honestly understand. When you read Quran, you can understand like this, but the problem is you have to be a little bit open for other people as well. Okay. I don't understand that when I read this verse. I do not. I am honest with you now. I don't read it the way I don't understand it that way. I understand it that it's open to interpretation. That's Allah. You have to respect that. Look, let me tell you something. Even Muslims, 1.8 or I don't know how many Muslims, it's not possible that everyone have same. Even with Christianity, there will be interpretation a little bit, but you have to be open for that. I understand when you tell me that Quran. So when you read Quran, khalas, you understand it that way. But you have to sometimes let other people also, not respect. Just you have to understand that they might interpret it in their way. a little bit. You understand what I mean? I'm honest when I say that I believe in Allah, that He's one. I really believe that He's one.
Who is the
But
one?
I
Who
don't
is the
have.
one who give the best interpretation for the Quran?
Okay, this is good question. So, but who's the one that who? So I believe every person. I read it, I interpret it. I think I should not. I should respect your view, but I should not force you to believe this or that. You have when you read
Are you
Quran, you
sure you are
understand.
from Afghanistan? That's weird.
Yes.
What happened to you? Anyway, listen. You see, I'd
Yeah.
ask you who is the best to give interpretation for the Quran, and you tell me, you can interpret.
So okay. Yeah.
I'm asking you, who is the
Okay.
best to give the explanation for the Quran? Is there a better one than Allah?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But
Have you ever
okay,
heard
but
of a God? Have you ever heard of a God? He claimed that he created you from dead blood, and he explained it in details.
but
So how does God is
yeah.
God, and he says something silly and stupid like this?
No, but see, this is again. I mean, when you talk with a lot of Christians, they say some things that might sound a little bit. I can even give you example that might sound a little bit stupid, but you have to respect. You have to say, okay, listen, this is how he read the Bible, and this is how he understands.
No. This is not up to you. This is Allah now Himself talking. Explain how He created the baby. This one did not need. This is not a metaphorical. This is not philosophy. He says to you, I created the baby in the following steps. There's a guy, he had sex, he made a sperm, the sperm coming from the ribs of the women and the backbone of the man, which is stupid. And then he continues saying that sperm became a dead blood, and then that blood became a baby. How in the world such a one, you think he is the creator? You do not know how the baby is created.
Oh, are you talking about the right now? Are you talking about the scientific error in the Quran?
This is not scientific error. This is an idiot error.
Okay, but so you understand it like even not scientific, idiotic error. Okay, that's how you understand it. But here's the problem,
my friend. What is the error here? This is a messed up error. It's like
but I understand.
Someone saying, okay, I'm going to build a house, and then at the end he made an error installing the faucet. This is the whole thing is messed up from the beginning. So
no, but
according to your religion,
that's
this
like
is how
saying,
the baby is made. First is the sperm, and then became dead blood, and then the dead blood grew and became a clot, and then the clot became a lump, and then the lump made a bones, and then after that, Allah He put the flesh. How in the world that work? So if we go right now to any either Allah is teaching us how He created the baby, or He's been a fool.
No, but I have done a little bit research, and it was a while ago. I can answer from what I interpret, how I see it. Of course, I can do that if you want. Okay.
Is it up to you to give your own interpretation?
But that's what it depends on what you want. If you want my own interpretation, how I understand
no. Is it
the verse,
according to Islam? Is it up to you to give interpretation? It's up to you.
But how can listen? We have to you have to understand one thing. I cannot speak for Shia. I cannot only speak for myself. Can I speak for you? If I can speak for you, then I will say no. You're
what does
wrong.
have to
of
do
course,
with Shia or Sunni? Now I'm asking you. According to Islam, can individual like you explain the Quran, or they have to go by the scholars?
No. Can I talk for someone else or only for myself?
No, this is not about this is not about yourself. This is about the religion. So if I ask you what do you like to eat, then you tell me what I like to eat. Here we're talking about explaining the Quran. So so who is the one in Islam? According to Islam, he can give interpretation to the Quran.
Yes. Okay. So this is a good question. Now I think we're getting a little bit closer now. Okay. So the problem is that I understand you 100%, but you fail to understand me. But it's no problem. I will tell you very simple now. So the way you're talking, it sounds as though the whole Islamic is just one. Therefore, if this was the case, if all Islam was just one and no Shia Sunni, so then you can come to me and say, listen, how can you say this? Because you. But the problem is there are many different interpretations. For example, Sunni understand it one way, Shia understand one. If you go to a Shia, he said, no, he's wrong. This is what it means. If you go to a Christian, when you read the Quran,
can we take the interpretation? Can we take the interpretation of Muhammad? Or he is Shia or Sunni, or you don't like him? Muhammad, your prophet.
Yes.
Is he okay to explain the Quran, or he's not qualified?
No, no, he's of course he's okay. I know what you mean. Okay, proceed.
Okay.
So
So
yeah, he's
when your prophet Muhammad, he says in chapter 18, verse number 86, that the sun set in a muddy, hot spring of water.
yeah.
The Quran says that. Who is going to give us
Yes.
interpretation for this?
Okay, this is very good. I think you're talking about the Dhul Qarnayn
Yeah, the guy with the two horn.
with the two horn. No, there is actually some scholar they say Qarnayn it can mean also 100 years in Arabic. 100 year it can mean one Qaran. So Qarnayn it can
He have 200 years in his head.
no. You can he can live between those two. Like I am born 1990. So
Yeah,
if I
no,
live
no,
between
no.
those,
The
no,
one
but
who
it's a
told
different interpretation.
no, my friend, the one who told you that he don't even speak Arabic because Dhul
No, this
Qarnayn,
might you might no, but
no,
you
it's
might be
not up
right.
to them. No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
The in Arabic is the one who have something. He like
Okay.
this is a description for him. So if he live for
Yes.
200 years or in the 200 years, that will
No,
not
that's
make
not
him
what I'm
Dhul
saying.
Qarnayn. No,
Okay, so I'm not
this is what
saying
they
that.
told you. No, listen. Forget about this. Who care
Yeah.
about the name now?
Okay.
When the
So I
Quran
was trying
says,
to tell you.
when the Quran
Okay. Yeah.
says that Allah speak about a
Yes.
person, the man with the two horn, Alexander the Great, obviously, he arrived
Yeah.
until he found the sitting place of the sun.
Okay. Can I tell you just one thing? This is a good question,
He
actually. Yeah.
found it set in a spring of murky hot water.
Yes.
Allah
Yes.
is
Yes.
telling the truth that the sun set in a murky water, or he is being a foolish person.
But okay. So here is. I will give you my answer, and then I will make my answer strong by giving you more
I
evidence.
want a
Okay.
strong
So
answer. I
first.
like strong answers always.
Okay. So first, I'm gonna
I
tell you
always
the answer.
collect weak answers and I throw them away. I want a strong
Very
answer,
good.
please.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
good.
no. It's by doing this, you're making me also stronger in my faith. So I
Okay,
don't. I like this. Don't worry. Okay. Okay.
good.
So first, yeah. So when you say this is from the human perspective, okay. So he saw it like that. The proof for that is also
Where it
so
says he saw it like that, can you
no,
show
but
me? You see
when you
my
go
eyes,
listen,
I'm like 200
yeah,
years old, like Zulqarnain,
yeah.
and I cannot
No,
see
but
where it says that this is from
yeah,
his perspective. It says he found it. He did not, he thought. If it says he
yeah.
thought, then that what you said is true. But he did not
Okay.
say he thought. He said he
No,
found
no,
it
no.
said.
So far, I'll be honest with you. So far, you have been very helpful. You have been very good. But the problem is sometimes I feel like
Mhm.
when I talk to you now, I
Uh-huh.
feel like you want you try. I'm telling you, I didn't mean 200 years. You're forcing me to say no. You're putting this in my mouth. I'm saying what I mean. A person can live between two,
My friend, I'm
just
talking
like you
about
can.
myself now. I'm very old. I'm very
Yeah.
ancient. Ask my mom. I asked my mom, when was my
Okay.
birthday? She said, oh, what I know. I do not know the year. I know it was a
Mm,
bad day. So this is what I know
yeah.
about my age. So now I'm asking you,
A
when
bad
the
day.
Quran
Okay.
says, when until he reached the setting of the sun, setting place of the sun, he
No,
found
but
it sitting in spring of muddy water or murky water or hot water.
yeah.
Who is the one is
So
talking? Allah. He did not say in
okay.
his perspective. So you Muslims,
Yeah,
you make
but
things
you
up.
have to. No, no. I'm gonna tell you, but if you allow me, I'm gonna let you speak how much you want, but just allow me also in the between a little bit, okay?
Hmm.
So when you talk, when you this interpretation is like you say, but one interpretation of this is also look. This is from human perspective. The proof for that is another. So sometimes
Hmm.
you explain Quran by Quran. So what you do is that there is another verse. It says في كل في فلك يسبحون يعني
Hmm.
you know that the verse which
No, I
says
never
in
heard of
English.
it before. No.
So sometimes you have to grasp it in the whole context. I understand. That's why
Ah.
you get
Yeah,
question.
but the
What?
one you mentioned to
Yeah.
me make it even more
Yeah.
horrible because
Okay.
according to the Quran, the verse you mentioned to
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
it's that's the day, the sun, the night, and the moon, all of them they swim in a boat. So how that can be from God too? So this God now trying, you said to me,
No.
you are
في
trying to
فلك
explain to me.
يسبحون.
Yes, my friend,
Yeah.
yasbahun in Arabic mean they swim. All right. And the
Yes.
Muslim,
Exactly. Yeah.
okay. So, but when he said that, he said the night and the day and the sun and the moon. So he claimed
Mm.
that the night is an object, the day is an object, the sun is an object, the moon is an object, and all of them they swim, but none of them swim in fact. Now let's go back. Hold on.
Okay, listen.
When we go back,
Sorry,
when we go back,
when you say sometimes, the day, and I can hear you. My English is not good, but what I can hear that you sometimes you have problem with the language. I can hear you.
okay.
This is what I believe, but not to be disrespectful, of course. I'm just saying.
Mm,
My English is worse than you, but
okay.
and I can hear that you have problem with the language. So when it talks about, I can give you a dozen of examples. In English, when you just say
What if I
مثل.
show you? What if I show you this is the true
Yeah.
meaning according to your scholars?
Scholars, there is about 1 million scholars. If I want to show Bible to you
So listen
certain
now. So
way,
now you
it's
are
not
saying to
hard
me,
to me.
but hold
I
on.
can.
A second ago, you said to me, I can tell you have a problem with the language, and now I'm
Yeah.
saying to you, I can show you your scholars, and in a second you delete them all. You said my scholars, a million scholars, they are stupid. Don't care about them.
No, no, no.
So why you
See,
call them
okay, okay.
scholars? Why you call them scholars if they aren't scholars? Okay, let me ask you,
You call
who
them
is more?
scholars. Yeah, I
Who is
didn't. I
more?
have
No, it
never.
is you
Wallah, I have
Muslims
never.
who call them scholars. For me, they are idiots.
You're
My
talking.
friend, my friend.
You
Ibn,
don't talk with
Ibn
Muslims. You're talking with
Kathir,
me now.
Ibn
Yeah,
Kathir is a scholar
yeah.
or he's an idiot of the village for you?
He's one of the scholars, but he's not. He's not the
Okay,
perfect. He can
name
make
for me a
mistakes.
scholar you like.
What do you mean? All of them. No one is perfect. They can make mistakes. I'm very critical thinker. If he is wrong, he's wrong. I don't care if he's very knowledgeable. Ibn
Okay,
Kathir, Ibn Athir, Ibn
okay,
Qayyim. I don't care.
okay.
Name for me doesn't matter.
Is your prophet a scholar or
Yes.
he is an idiot like Ibn Kathir?
But okay, first of all, I don't understand why you do this now, because you've been very nice till now. I don't. Okay, it's okay. It's
No,
up to
I'm
you.
asking you because now you are washing your
I get a
hands.
little bit sad. I
You
get
are
a little bit
washing
sad.
your
Wallah,
hands
Muslim.
from your
Yeah.
scholars trying to escape the truth.
No, no,
You
no.
know.
I never said I wash. Why?
Okay,
If he brings
I
to me
want you to read
proof.
for me what is in the screen and tell me,
Okay, I'm gonna
is
answer
your
you.
prophet qualified? I asked you 5 minutes ago,
But let me answer you this.
can your prophet
Yeah.
explain the Quran? You said sure. You still agree
Mm,
that your prophet can explain the Quran.
yes, but if you let me answer, I will tell you maybe.
Okay,
It's okay. You take
Do
your
you
time.
agree that
But
your prophet is the best to explain the Quran?
you're very good in one thing. You don't let me talk. That's
No.
just you.
You
You
see,
quite.
I learn
Yes.
about Muslims that they escape my question, so I don't give them a chance. I'm asking you. So, do you
Mm,
agree, as you said before, you already agreed, but I want to repeat it
mm,
again. Do you agree that
yes.
your prophet is the best to explain the Quran?
That's not what I said. No, you're
You
wrong.
said
If you
that.
let
So,
me.
are you saying now your prophet did not know what the Quran is saying too?
That's not what I'm saying at
So,
all.
like I say
I
again, is the
I don't have
prophet of
chance to
Islam,
explain.
because you whatever I say to you, you said it's not what I'm saying. Let us make it clear. Is Muhammad the one who can explain the Quran or he is the one who cannot explain the Quran?
Okay. The problem is when I talk to you, 95% you talk, you let me talk 5%.
I
It's
want an
very,
answer, my
very
friend.
unfair.
I want an answer.
I cannot even open my mouth.
No, you
It's
can
not
open your
fair.
mouth because you are trying to avoid the question I'm asking. You talk about
But
things
even if I
have nothing to do with me.
even
I'm asking
okay,
you, is
if I do
Muhammad,
that,
you deny
yeah.
what you said, you deny what you said. You said that already. I asked you, is Muhammad is he qualified to explain the Quran? You said yes.
Yes, okay, he is. Yes, yes. What can I
Okay.
say? I mean, this is not fair, but okay, what can I
Okay.
say?
So do
Okay,
Muhammad
so
make a wrong understanding of the Quran or he is smart, guided by Allah?
he is guided by Allah, yes.
Okay. The hadith in front of us, read it.
Where can I do that? I don't understand. It just
Oh,
escaped from
I'll
me.
read it for you. It's in the screen. I'll read it for you. I was
Okay,
sitting
okay.
behind the Messenger of Allah. I'm so glad this guy is sitting behind, not in front, because this is risky. I was sitting behind the
Mm,
Messenger of Allah who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting. He asked, which
mm.
means Muhammad, do you know where this set? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows best. He said, it's set
Yes.
in a spring of warm water.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
who is the one who can explain the Quran? Muhammad. What Muhammad he
Yes,
said about
yes.
the verse in the Quran about the sunset in murky water and muddy water? He said
Mm.
it's set in murky water. This is not from the perspective of Zulqarnain, as you said to me.
Okay, so okay, so now this is now if you give me a chance,
Hmm.
even if I'm Muslim, just give me a chance. It's okay. Okay, sometimes you can learn something.
Okay.
This is how okay, thank you. So when you tell me about Muhammad, of course he's telling the truth,
Hmm.
but there is an issue. Even there is about thousands and thousands and thousands of hadith.
Ah.
In plural, that they're called a hadith. So
Hmm.
the reason that I do not trust just one person, a scholar, is because there is so many ahadith. It's not like Christianity and other religion. It's huge. It's not fair to just cherry pick just one hadith, because if you do that, you can show Islam exactly the way you want. I can do that with the Bible. Imagine you have 1,000 ahadith to play with. You
No,
take
I
one
challenge you
hadith from
to.
there
I
and
challenge you to
show
do
you
that.
can. I mean,
No, I
if I
challenge
want,
you
if
to
I
do
want,
that with the
listen,
Bible.
listen.
Show me where Jesus he said the sun set in
Okay,
murky water, and in the hadith,
okay.
and then the Bible says the sun set in murky water in the Bible, and then we say we don't accept them. Now we have both.
Okay,
We have the
you
Quran.
challenge
I mean,
me.
look at this. We have the Quran saying that, and we have the hadith confirm that, and still they are saying it doesn't say that. I mean, this is
Okay,
madness. Does the
okay.
hadith agree?
So,
Does the hadith agree
okay,
with the Quran, or it's against the Quran?
okay. When you finish, you can talk.
Does the
Let me.
hadith,
When you finish.
does it
Yeah.
agree with the Quran statement, or this is
Okay.
against what the Quran is saying?
So, okay. So you challenge me. I love that challenge because that's good. Sometimes, Okay. So you challenge me. Now I'm gonna tell you. I like it. Okay.
I don't challenge you
I
because you
tried
are
my.
not qualified to debate about Islam, my friend. I challenge people who have knowledge. Obviously, you have none.
No. I'm a student. I've never claimed that to be professional.
No, you are
I'm
like
just.
you are like this guy, Sheikh Uthman. Do you know him? The guy he just said Allah have a hand, Allah have a leg, and then he
No,
denied that
he's
they are.
very. My
Yeah.
friend. I'm not even. I'm very, very not knowledgeable. I'm very. I don't have. I'm just a student. Just try to learn.
Okay, no
Maybe you
problem.
can
You
hear
see
me.
this, but
Yeah.
this is not an excuse. You see, I'm telling you, I don't challenge you because obviously you yourself, you are trying to jump from place to place, trying to escape the embarrassment of your prophet. Did your
No,
prophet
but
say?
I tell
Did
you
your
fair and
prophet
square.
say?
I told
Did,
you.
my friend?
No,
Did
but
your
listen.
prophet say
Yeah.
what is in the screen? Did he say that, or it's a lie?
No, of course. That's not what I'm saying. My answer
Okay.
is there is thousands of ahadith. I
Who
can show
care? Who
you,
care if there's
but
1,000 or millions? The question is, did
yeah.
your prophet says this or not?
But in context, you cannot just take one. That's like you bring me one hadith
But now
from
he's
fight,
explaining the
and you say,
Quran,
"Look,
my
look,
friend.
the
He
prophet."
explaining the
Yeah,
Quran.
but
What
that's not.
context? The guy was sitting in a donkey. The guy was behind him. The guy, he asked the first guy, what do you think about where the sun set? The other guy, he says, Allah and his messenger knows best. The messenger said,
Yes.
well, the sun set in a muddy water. Thank you very much. Even this
Yeah,
one
but
need
that's not.
context.
Yes, because there are so many other hadiths that explains about the sun. There is one hadith that explains about the universe.
Give me
That
one.
it's
Give me
okay.
the
So
give me the one you know.
there is not one. I can give you several.
No,
Okay,
give
there
me
just
one.
just
Give me the
the
one you
okay,
like. The one who can help
just
us in
okay.
this case. Give me one can help us in this case. Go ahead.
But okay, so what? Okay, so when the prophet said that there is open to interpretation, you understood it that way. I told you, I brought you to your Quran. I told you that look, there is this verse that says that all of them goes into orbit. That if you want to know about the sun, but of course, if you talk about the human perspective, he sees the sun in
Okay. I have a verse
going
in the
against sun.
Quran. I have a verse
Do
in
you
the
know about
Quran.
this, my friend?
I
Do you
have
know
a
English a
verse in the
little bit?
Quran. No, you see,
Listen.
you
Sunset.
are not giving
Okay.
me the answer. I said to you, don't give me a speech, give me a reference, and you give me a
Okay.
speech
Reference.
in the
Now.
Quran,
Reference.
in the Quran, in the
Reference.
Quran, in
Yeah.
chapter
Do you know
36.
the word sunset? Do you know the word
No, I
sunset?
do not
Do you
know
know
the
what it
word.
means?
No, I don't even know where the sun set because I'm still
Okay.
looking. Listen, my friend.
But the
The
sunset.
Quran
Listen in
says,
English.
you keep
Okay.
saying,
Sorry.
what in English? Tell
Okay.
me, what about it?
Okay. So basically, when the Brit, when the sun sets, does it really sit? No. It's
No.
a figure of speech. You have to understand and you have to give room to
But
these
this is
things.
not
You cannot
according.
be
This is
like
not
a.
according to the Quran.
I understand that. I'm just giving you an example so you
No,
understand
don't
that.
give me an example. We are talking about the Quran. You see, you are
Okay,
the
let's.
one who mentioned to me that they are running in orbit. Okay, I have a surprise for you. There's a verse in the
Okay.
Quran. It says that the sun
Yeah.
does not run into a fixed course. Which one we take? It says here, وَالشَّمْسُ
No, but that's
تَجْرِي
not
لَا
contradiction though.
مُسْتَقَرٍّ.
No,
Listen,
no, this is good actually.
والشمس
Wait. This is good.
والشمس لا
Yeah.
الشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. Do you accept this verse?
I accept all Quran verses, of course.
Okay. Can you show me the verse
Yeah.
in the Quran?
Which so do you want me to read it for you?
I am showing it to you in the screen. والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها.
Yes. So what about it? Doesn't even contradict. I don't understand why you're just hacking on the word. I'm telling you that I don't understand it that way. I'm a
Did you
Muslim.
understand what I just said? والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. Let me read for you in English, so you might follow with
Okay.
me. and the sun runs with no fixed course of term.
So, wallah, that it doesn't even contradict. But you know what that means in English?
But
See,
if we
your
go,
English is not.
but if
Look,
we
but
go
you know what
few
it means?
lines,
Wait, wait, wait.
if we go few lines up,
Okay.
the Quran says
You
on
don't
its
let me.
fixed
You're-
course for term appointed. So what do you mean not contradiction? One verse saying that the sun run into a fixed course, and the
You
other
know,
verse saying the sun does not
thing
run in a
is,
fixed course. Which
listen,
one?
okay, so I'm gonna tell you this. You know, the absolutely funny thing is, if you
Mhm.
really listen to yourself, you're answering yourself.
I know. I
This
always
does
listen
not
to
even
myself. I die
contradict.
laughing, you know. But
But
still, that will
you
not
know,
answer my question. How one verse says the sun runs with no fixed course for a term, and other
you
verse
know,
saying, and the
yeah,
other verse
but
saying on its
yeah,
fixed course for a term. Which one
but
is the
you
correct?
answer.
You are the one who said to me there's no contradiction.
You're asking me something and you're answering for me. This is very. I have
I'm
never
not answering. I'm
experienced
asking the
something.
question. I'm waiting. You
But
said there's no
let can.
contradiction. One is
But can you
says,
let me?
listen
Can you let me
carefully. No, you are
explain?
the
Can you
same
let
as
me
this guy
explain?
Othman in
Hello.
the video. Keeps
Wallah.
saying to me, let me talk, let me talk, let me talk. But you don't
Okay.
answer. Let me repeat the
Okay.
question again. Listen carefully. And the sun runs with no fixed course for a term. This is the first verse. Second verse.
It means. You know what it means? English.
What mean?
Let me give you a
Tell me.
little bit. It
Okay,
means
tell
that
me.
it doesn't stop. Can
Okay.
you hearing yourself?
Thank you,
Can someone?
guys. The
Yeah.
the sun mean does not stop. That's wonderful. Thank you.
No.
You just say
No.
that.
Okay. Proceed.
No, just tell me. Just tell me. Did I get you wrong? You said
Yes,
the sun does
yes,
not
yes.
stop.
It doesn't. No, it does not contradict itself. You're hearing. You're not hearing
Okay,
yourself.
now
You're
tell me.
actually. You're
Tell
by
me this
doing
verse
this.
mean.
Listen, this is just simple English. It mean you just answered yourself.
Tell me what
It
the verse
means
mean.
that is not. So basically, what it means is that when the Zulqarnain saw it sit, it doesn't mean it just went there. A sit like I'm sitting in a chair. It means it doesn't stop. It
But
goes,
this is
goes,
not
goes,
about
goes,
the
and it comes
Qur'an
back
now.
up.
You are not focusing. Here the verse
But I'm
saying,
answering you that all the verses they do
and
not
the sun
contradict
runs,
themselves.
and the sun
Yeah.
runs with no fixed course for a term. Do you agree with this? And tell me the meaning.
Yes, I agree with
Tell me the
this,
meaning.
and I have answered you, and I've told you they do not contradict
Tell me the
each other.
meaning.
The
Tell me the meaning.
only problem, the
Tell me
meaning
the
is
meaning.
that it does, Habibi, it does not stop. It goes. Even when the Quran say it doesn't mean like sitting in a chair. It sat on the
Okay,
muddy water.
so
No,
let us make it
it
clear.
goes. It does not stop.
So, my
Yes,
friend, Asad,
yeah,
so let's make it clear. So when the Quran says
yeah.
with no fixed course, it means it does not stop. With no fixed course mean it does not stop, correct?
Here's what you do. You're answering yourself. The problem is
I
your English
want
is
to
not
make
very
it
good. Yeah,
clear. Please just say to
yeah.
me the answer. When you say
Okay.
with no fixed course, you meant that the sun does not stop by saying no fixed course,
One
correct?
one interpretation, yeah, كل في فلك يسبحون, all of them together, it means that it revolves around the sun, the earth. Yes.
Okay, so it doesn't stop. The sun does not stop.
No, it doesn't stop.
All right.
But
Thank you. Finally.
yes, yeah.
So now we will go a few line more up and we will find
Okay.
the opposite meaning. The sun doesn't stop because I asked you when it says no fix of course of term, you said, I mean, that's mean the sun does not stop. Read this
Yeah,
verse
but
with me. It says,
but your English,
read with me,
listen. But
read
this
with
is what
me.
I mean.
On
Okay.
its fixed course. So when we
Yeah.
said no fixed course, it's mean it doesn't stop. But when we say a fixed course,
You're answering yourself. You know what you do. The only problem you
it
have
is
is
you
that
who told me
your English.
that. It's you just a
I
second
know.
ago. This is an opposite verse. The other verse says there's a fixed course. There's no fixed course. Here, there's a fixed course. I asked you what fixed course mean. You said mean the sun does not stop.
You're answering yourself. You have problem with the language. That's not that's only you interpret it the way you
Listen, my
want, and you
friend
don't let
from
me
Afghanistan.
answer
I don't
you.
know what they feed you in Sweden. Listen carefully. I ask
No.
you when the sun it says when the verse says no on a no fix of course you said this is mean the sun does not stop, and I repeat the question 3 times and you answer me twice. It's recorded. Then now, okay, we got it. So no fixed course mean the sun will not stop, and you said yes, correct?
It goes around the
It doesn't stop.
It has an
Okay,
orbit. It has an
yeah, it
orbit.
doesn't
Yes, it
stop.
has
Doesn't
an
stop. You
orbit.
said that. You said it doesn't stop. So
Listen, let me
does
answer
it have
you.
a
You
fixed
have to
course?
let me
Okay,
at some point.
let's
Listen,
make it simple. Does it have
now,
a fixed
until
course,
now.
or does it have a fixed
Habibi,
course? Does
you
it have a
must
fixed
listen.
course?
You
No,
know,
no,
this
no,
is
no,
very
no.
disrespectful. You
No,
must let me answer.
you can
Because
say
I can
whatever you
hear,
want.
you know what? Okay.
I want to know. Does it have a fixed course, the sun, or it doesn't have fixed course?
Okay, I can hear that you have been misunderstand.
I want to explain to me. Does the sun have a fixed course, or the sun does not have a fixed course?
In order for you to
Does
understand,
the
you have
sun
to
have
let
a
a person
fixed
talk.
course?
This is not fair. Is this
Does it
Christianity?
have a fixed course? You see, you cannot play with me, my friend. I'm a Christian prince.
But let me.
You have to give me the answer. You can do that with other Christians. With
I
me, we
am
cannot.
giving.
Okay.
You,
Does it have a fixed
you know
course,
what I'm
or
trying
does
to
not
say?
have a fixed course? If there's a fixed course or no fixed course?
You must let me answer. Can you let me answer?
There is. I'm asking you to answer. If there's a fixed course or no fixed course?
There is, the sun goes around.
This is not a question.
It goes in an
I
orbit.
want you to give me,
it goes in
as
an
the
orbit.
Quran saying, if there is a fixed
The
course
Quran
or there's no
says
fixed course.
Yeah.
If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course.
I'm telling you, it goes in an orbit. Why you?
This is not
you
the
must fix
question.
your
This
English,
is not
my
the
friend.
question.
Yeah.
This is not the question.
Yeah.
If there is a fixed course or there's no fixed course.
What do you mean? It goes in an orbit. I'm
Well, the
answering
Quran
you.
says
You're not
that. The
hearing
Quran
me.
say the
The
word
Quran
fixed
says
course.
that,
It's not
but
me.
the Quran
It's not
says,
me
listen,
saying
it
that.
goes
What's
on.
wrong with you? The Quran says the word fixed course. It's not me. I have to use it. Don't tell me what do you mean.
Okay.
I am the one who's asking you. So
Okay,
does the sun goes in a fixed course? Does it go in fixed course or it does not go in fixed course? Choose one.
Listen, can you let me answer then? If you don't want to be fair, are you fair or no?
I'm waiting.
I'm telling you, it goes on an orbit. It goes on an orbit.
I don't care. I want you to use the word course. Does it go in fixed course or not? Because this is what the Quran is saying.
But why would I listen?
Are you refusing to use what the Quran is saying? Are you making fun of the Quran now?
No, I told you the Arabic verse. I told you, you're talking to me.
So the Quran says the sun run with a fixed course. Are you agreeing with the Quran? The sun run in fixed course or the sun run with no fixed course?
I agree with the Quran. It goes on an orbit.
Okay, so is that a fixed course or no fixed course?
If you mean it goes, does it move? Yes, it moves.
This is another question. Does that mean it's a fixed course or it's not no fixed course?
Can I ask you what you mean? I mean, this is not, it's only a fair
this is the question.
What do you mean?
If you don't understand the question, how in the world you want to answer? When you say an orbit, where do you get the word orbit from? Where do you get the word orbit from? I will shave my 25 beard, a meter beard. If you can't show me the word orbit, there's no orbit in the verse. I'm asking you. وَالشَّمْسُ تَجْرِي لِمُسْتَقَرٍ لَهَا. There's no orbit. Now I'm asking you. And this is your Islamic translation saying. Your Islamic translation saying. And on it is no fixed course. So no fixed course doesn't mean.
So yeah.
Do you agree? Do you agree that the sun? Do you agree that the sun has no fixed course? Do you agree that the sun has no fixed course?
The problem is that you cherry pick. There is so many verse and different hadiths that says there's one.
Trying to avoid the answer. Is the sun run with no fixed course or it have a fixed course? I want an answer.
If you mean it goes on orbit, it goes yes.
There's no orbit in the verse.
But it moves. What do you mean? I'm not. Listen. How can you? It's not. I'm not even. I don't even know which verse you talking. Okay, give me the verse. Let me check this. Because I cannot
give
see
you the verse. Okay. I will give you the verse. Chapter 36, verse number 38.
Wait. Because I cannot even say. I don't even know. You just keep on. I feel like you want me to believe this. You know. You just repeat.
You feel. Yes. Thank you for feeling. You know. You feel so hard. Well, it took me 10 hours to make you think that you feel that I am trying to make you answer about this. You feel now?
Give me the verse.
That's so good.
Give me the verse. Give me the verse. I've never.
Chapter 36, verse number 38.
Verse number 38.
Yeah.
Wait, 38. الشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. Okay, wait. Okay, and the sun runs his course for a period determined for him, for a period. That is the decree of him, the exalted in might, the all-knowing. But Yusuf Ali has, okay, I know, yeah.
So? Give me an answer.
So what's the question?
The answer is, does it go in fixed course or doesn't go in fixed course? The question, does it go in fixed course or doesn't go in fixed course?
But if it's yes, and the sun runs his course for a period.
Okay,
yes.
So it's running a fixed course, right? It has a fixed course.
But it says for a period, it goes yes.
Okay, so it has a, so it has a fixed course, correct?
It runs You have to say the verse as it is. You cannot
Oh,
say
my
from your
friend,
stomach.
I gave you the verse. You open it in your side, and now it's so
Okay,
simple. I'm
but
asking you, does it have a fixed chorus or not?
I have the verse in front of me, and you're
Yeah,
telling me in front of me,
yeah.
you're saying it wrong. It says,
Hmm.
and the sun runs his course for a period determined for him.
Okay.
Yes,
This is a translation of who?
of Yusuf Ali.
Okay. Can you change to different translation, please? Any translation you
Why
like?
did you
Huh?
Ali translator? Why would I change?
Because okay, so when now it says the sun runs in a course, so does it have a course or it does not have a course?
La, you just want this to be. You're very unfair. I know what you're
My
trying to do,
friend,
but
my
this
friend.
is very
Okay,
unfair.
I
I
will go
feel
with the
very. This is
translation you
unfair.
accept. Listen, the sun runs
Mhm.
off in a course. Does that mean the sun has a course? Yes or no?
Okay, yes, yes. This says yes. يلا خلاص.
All
Okay,
right,
yes.
thank you very much. It took us 2 hours to make him come to the
No,
conclusion.
but still you
Now
have
let us make
interpreted
it
wrong.
clear. Yes, yes, yes,
Okay,
yes. The sun has a course. Do you agree?
dude. It says the sun runs his course for a period determined for him.
So does it
Yes,
have a
نعم
course?
نعم.
Does it have a course or not?
لا حول. Yes, I don't know
Okay.
how to
So
say.
how do you
Yes,
explain to
yes.
me? How do you explain to me Allah? He said in different verse, the sun does not have any course.
Where? Which was? Which was? You have
Here
to
we
show me
go.
which.
This is the same verse actually, according to the reading of Ibn Mas'ud in the Quran
Where?
of Ibn
Where? Where?
Mas'ud.
Where? 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 Where?
والشمس
Where?
والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. And the
Where? You have
sun
to show me
runs.
where. Where? You have to show me where.
Quran Ibn Mas'ud, the same verse. Quran Ibn Mas'ud, chapter
Where?
36.
I'm looking. I'm reading it now. I'm reading where.
You are not reading Ibn Mas'ud, you are reading Hafs, the stupid Hafs. This is Ibn Mas'ud and this is Ibn Abbas. Those are
Can you send it?
the companion of
But wait.
Muhammad.
Hello. I'm reading the verse that you told me, and it says the sun runs his course for a period determined for
Yeah,
him.
you are
So
reading
what? Okay.
the Quran of Hafs. I just told you. Here we go.
Yeah.
Let me send you the chat. In the chat, read it for me. Here we go. In
Which
English.
chat?
In English,
Okay.
I will
Wait.
send
One
it to
minute.
you in Skype because you are
Okay.
not
Okay.
looking at the obviously you are not looking at the YouTube. Here we go.
Oh.
والشمس
Wait.
تجري والشمس تجري لا مستقر لها. This is the
Wait, 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 wait,
Quran.
wait, wait,
This
wait,
is
wait.
the
Look how
Quran.
look how unfair you are. Okay,
Hmm.
La ilaha. Look at this. Subhanallah al-Azim. Okay.
Subhanallah. Yeah.
Wait. And the sun runs with no fixed term for a time, meaning that it has no destination and it does not settle in one place.
Hmm.
Subhanallah. Can you see? Can someone in the chat tell this guy English?
Hmm.
Let teach him a little bit, a little
Yeah.
bit.
So
Can't you see?
teach me.
This is what I mean. You have
But a
a
second
little
ago
bit
you said
problem.
the
Listen.
opposite.
I know.
But the second
But
ago you said the
listen, can you?
opposite. A
Oh
second
my!
ago you
Listen,
agree. A second
you
ago
have
you
problem
agree
with
with the
English, but
opposite verse. That is the opposite
they
verse.
don't contradict. No, they don't contradict. You think it does, but it doesn't. Your English is poor, my
What do you
friend.
mean? I think here it says
Read,
there's no
read,
fixed course. Here it says
read,
there's no fixed course. No fixed
read.
course. The verse before it says it has a fixed
Oh
course.
my God!
Don't
Oh
say,
my
"Oh
God!
my God!" So, so, oh my potato. We made your God potato today.
Listen, you know what? You know, can someone in the chat, please, that knows English, teach these guys?
Abdul,
Look at what it says.
Abdul,
Yeah,
I
I
will,
can do.
I will send you the full copy in front of you. Obviously, you do not know how to read like your prophet. Here we go.
And the sun
No,
runs with
hold on,
no
hold on.
fixed term. Habibi,
Let me send it to you
read it.
again.
It's
And I
English.
want you, because you are not looking at the screen, I want you to read for me everything. Does it oppose each other? Anyone is a blind, he can see it. So one is saying there is a fixed course, and the other one saying there's no fixed course.
It
And both of
doesn't.
them,
You listen.
hmm,
The problem is in your English. Can you? You're not. You don't pay attention to what I say. You have to pay attention to what I say. The problem is in your English, man.
the
They
problem is
don't
in my English,
contradict.
not in your Quran. So listen to this.
You know.
We show him, guys. It's so clear. One is saying the
One
sun
thing I'll
runs
tell
on
you
it's a
is
fixed
that
course.
I
It
can do
is
this also. Listen,
just go, just go. You are just a kid. I'm having patience with you because you are a kid. So we show him what his prophet said. You need to know there's millions of hadith. Who care? There's million, there's 2 million, there's 10 billion, there's one hadith. Who care? Did your prophet say that the sun set in a muddy water? You should understand. I am open. This is according to you. Look, what according to me? It's your prophet, he said that. Why you are calling me again?
Because you know, you're so funny, man. I have never seen such a funny guy. You just want this to be like this, bro. You have to read a little bit. Be fair
in front of you. It says it is one verse says there's no fixed course. The other verse says it is fixed course. Very simple. People are laughing.
I know, I understand what you mean, but you have to be, listen, what you do, you have to fix your English a little bit. I'm telling you, okay, is this not an answer when I'm telling you maybe you understood it wrong?
What? How I understand
is
wrong?
This,
my friend, this is the opposite.
In your English, the answer.
This is the opposite. Not the opposite. One, it says it has fixed, the other one, a fixed course, the other one says there's no fixed course.
It doesn't say that. It does not say that.
It's in front of you. It's in front of you. Stop. No. Okay, then open YouTube and read for me. Open
YouTube and read for me. I have it in front of me, the other one, and I'm seeing that it's not. It doesn't contradict. Okay,
read
so
it. Okay, read it. No, I want you to read it. I want you to read it. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and the sun runs with no fixed course for a term, meaning that it has no destination. That it has no destination and it does not settle in one place. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is the other one? Okay, and the sun runs. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And the sun runs on its fixed term for a time. He said its fixed course is beneath the throne. The second view is that this refers to when the sun's appointed time comes to an end. Why do you want me to read the whole?
Well, okay, and now?
Yeah, so what it means is both of them are actually saying, but in different, you can say in English, you can say same thing a little bit different. You're not using exact word. You are failing in the English. The problem is that you're failing in the English beat. I know what you mean. Just find two verses that go each other. Listen, where can I ask you a question? I had about originally when I called you about Christianity.
So now are we done? Like you solved the problem now? That's it? It's solved now?
Because you do not understand the question is from the answer.
When we showed you that your prophet, he said, and this is Sahih Hadith, Sahih in a chain, it says that the sun set in a muddy or hot, warm spring. You said to me there's a million hadith, and I don't know what does that mean. So what?
Not million. I did not say million.
A billion.
What do you think? No, not billion either.
Did your prophet?
But you're saying it's wrong. I did not say billion.
Did your prophet say the truth or he lied?
You cherry picking. If you want to show that Islam is false,
I cannot do cherry picking unless there is a cherry. Are you saying your Quran, your religion, full of a cherry? I cannot do picking for the cherry unless there is a cherry. So you admit it. So you are saying to me, I am picking up stupidity.
You're proving my point
I am
that
picking up the stupid things in your religion. So I'm asking you,
when
you're a prophet,
okay, let me do
when you're a prophet, he said that he was making cherry.
When you say that about Christianity, when I said cherry, your English is so bad. Listen,
you are saying,
your English is so bad. Do you think I'm talking
you are saying your prophet here is making cherry. You are saying your prophet is making cherry, and I am picking up the cherry of your prophet. Thank you very much.
When you talk about cherry, you think that I'm actually talking about cherry. This is your English.
So when I talk about cherry, you think I'm talking about cherry, but I'm not talking about cherry. So when your prophet said the sun set in murky water, he's talking about what? No. I want you to read the hadith. I want you to read the hadith. I was sitting behind Allah Messenger, who was riding a donkey while the sun was setting, and he asked, do you know where this is said? I replied, Allah and his apostle knows this. It's set in a spring of warm water. Did your prophet say something is stupid or something is smart? I want the answer. Go ahead.
Okay. Is Jesus God?
After you answer this, I will tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna answer this, but if you fair, look, we started very good. I do not understand why you're trying to put me down always. Okay,
I'm Muslim, but why putting your prophet down? You are the one who said it, cherry, not
me. See, this is no. See, have I told you anything about you? You just, I feel like
don't waste my time, because we want to talk about Jesus the God. You know, I want to finish this one first. Okay. So when your prophet
how is he God? Astaghfirullah. Don't say that he's God because he didn't know about the hour.
We will show you that my Jesus is God and your God is a scam. Now answer this first.
Astaghfirullah. Why? Okay, is this fair? See, Is this fair? You
You
take
will see
you
if it's
talking
fair or
about your
not.
God.
In a second, we will
No,
see
but
if it's fair or
wait.
not. We
No,
will
but you
see. You see,
see.
you
No,
are
no, no, no.
trying to
Okay.
change the topic, trying to hide
No,
the
I'm not
quote of
trying
your
to
prophet.
shame.
So
I'm not.
answer.
No,
Don't you want to know about Jesus, if he's God or not? I will show you, but we need to finish this one
you
first.
will not show
So
me.
I
Wallah,
will
you
show
lie.
you.
You will not show me. Wallah, you
I
will
will
not
show
show
you,
me.
and you will be
Wallah, you will not
ashamed, and
show
you will
me.
be
No, 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 no.
ashamed.
You will not show. You will not.
You will be
Okay,
ashamed.
خلاص. Okay,
Okay. So answer now.
you. How can I
Answer.
prove to you?
You see,
Okay,
you
I'm
are
gonna
trying
answer.
to
Okay,
run. Are you going
okay.
to answer
No,
or not? You promised me. You are
no,
be
I'm
a
gonna answer.
man.
I promise you.
Okay.
I
So
promise.
your
I
prophet
answer
said the
you. Wait,
sun
wait.
set in a muddy spring, warm water. What your prophet says that?
Well, he was not wrong when he said that.
Is
What
not
he
wrong?
meant. No, but wait. You have to. Okay. When he says, I tell you that this is from human, when I see it on the maths from human perspective, when you really want to know about the Quran, with what it talks about the sun, you have to go when it talks about the sun that it has no course, meaning it goes in an orbit. But this is my interpretation. If you refuse, listen.
Who's
If
asking
you
you?
want
What's
to
wrong with
say,
you, Abdul? What's wrong with you? You said this is
Abdul,
from the
Abdul what?
perspective.
Abdul what?
Okay, I will go with you. You
Abdul.
just said this is from the perspective of your prophet. So he's a
But
liar.
why are you putting? No, but why are you trying to put me? The part is
You
why so
just
much hate?
said you
Why?
just
Why?
said
I'm talking to you respectfully.
you're a
Wait, like
prophet
I
saying
told you.
that
Wait, wait, wait. I told you
from
one
the
thing.
perspective
I
of a
told
human
you.
being
Yeah.
seeing, right? So your prophet is a
I
liar.
told you.
He
Listen,
claim
listen.
knowledge,
I told
but
you
he
that
is
I'm a
making
student.
up a
Wait,
lie
wait, wait.
because this
No,
is
no, no.
not from the human being perspective because we don't see the sun set in a
You
spring of
talk.
water. Have you
I
ever
told
heard of
you.
suns
Listen.
going in a spring of water?
I told you that I'm a student. Why are you talking to me
I'm
like I'm a?
asking you,
Why are you
have
talking
you
like
ever
this?
seen the sun sitting in a spring of water?
When I told you that I'm a student, why are you trying to put
I
me
don't
down?
care if you are a
Very. I feel.
student or you are a smart or you are a dummy. None of my business. This is your business.
But
I'm
but
asking
if
you,
not your
have
business,
you
then stop
ever
putting
seen the
people
sun
down. It's not
set
good.
in a spring of warm water, boiling water? Have you ever
Boiling
seen
water.
in a
I
human
told you boiling
perspective?
water. Yeah, you do, what is so unfair. You talk 99%. You have to let people,
Because you are
dude.
not
This is not
answering.
because
How
I'm
many
telling
time
you,
how
no,
many time I
no,
have to
no.
repeat
I
the
tell
question?
you,
I'm asking you, please, 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 please,
please.
please. Take a
Yeah,
breathe.
man.
Okay, now. So, have you ever seen anyone in the world from his eye perspective seeing the sun setting in a muddy spring of water?
Yes, when people say normally when they say, "Oh, what a beautiful sunset," they don't really
Where do
mean
you
that
see the
sunset.
sunset? What is that? Where do you see the sunset set in a spring of water? Where is that?
Oh my, are you serious?
No, I am serious, very
When
serious.
people see, okay, very serious. If people see that go in a spring of water, they say, "Oh, what a beautiful sun that just set on a spring of water." What's wrong with that? It's figure of speech.
But
It's just speech.
no,
Does that
no,
mean that
this is
really? Wait,
not
wait, wait,
figure
wait.
of speech. It says,
When
it
people
says,
say I'm so
read
hungry. Wait, that
carefully,
is in
read
English. Wait,
carefully, Abdul.
cherry pick.
You see, أنت مدلس يا ولد، مدلس كبير صعنون صغير. Listen, it says, it's set in spring. Do you know what in? Okay, so it's set in. It's set
How old are you?
in.
Astaghfirullah. How
It's
old
set.
are you?
Subhanallah.
Wallah.
Aman Rabbi Aman.
Look at
Aman Rabbi Aman. Listen,
how old?
it's set. It's set in a spring of
I
water.
feel
So where is
bad.
the
Do you
human
have?
perspective?
I'm telling you, I answered you twice. I'm gonna tell you one more time. No problem. I'm
What do you mean?
telling you, when someone says
Hmm.
that, oh, what a beautiful sunset, it sits on ocean. You must understand, just like
Where
cherry
is the
pick,
ocean
it
here?
doesn't mean.
It's a
Listen,
spring of
okay,
water.
but
Where is the ocean? Where
exalo,
is the ocean?
cherry pick. Okay,
Where is
okay,
the
there's no ocean.
ocean?
Springfield, when he
Where is
say
the
he
ocean?
says
You are changing it now. The spring of water is ocean.
no,
Okay, so
spring of
how the
water is
ocean
spring of
became a
water.
spring of water?
So okay, you can say spring of water, no problem. Spring of
Ah, you
water, it
can. You
doesn't
know
mean.
what? I saw the sunset in my cup.
I can do this as well, but wallah, I feel bad doing this. I can right now, if I want, I can also say
Take care, potato. There's no point of speaking to a liar. This is a figure of speech, brother. So the prophet here is not claiming that he have knowledge of Allah. It says here that Allah and his messengers know best. Look like the best of the messenger and Allah is shish kebab. Allah and his messengers knows best. Look, he get the title. speak from the knowledge of Allah. So Allah in the Quran said the sun set in murky water. Muhammad, he confirmed what Allah he said. And then the Muslim, they said, this is from the human perspective. Duct tape. There's no more duct tape on the shelves of Walmart because of Muhammad and trying to duct tape Muhammad. He's leaking from everywhere. Leaky, leaky, leaky.